too close. Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies. We're coming at you with something a little bit different.
And we're usually, that doesn't mean just standing. First of all, Scott told me to back off because I'm so tall.
He was encroaching.
I was too close. I was all up on him like this.
This is a little ice maker for your bar. It's the NewAir ClearIce40.
Right.
And we're going to
test it! Ice style.
Let's test it.
All right, we're back in. So real quick,
let's just say real quick, when we started doing reviews, I didn't think we would be reviewing ice makers.
I agree.
But when we were approached and said, would you guys be interested in reviewing this? We've done glasses.
Right.
We use a great water diluter, water dropper set. We've pushed.
Right. Angel Share.
So it's become more like, what can enhance your bar experience?
And is it legit?
Right.
So to first show that it's legit, yes, this is the NewAir 40. But I want to show that this isn't just we're reviewing it because it was a review copy. I also have, we won't mention the brand or anything, I had one of these as soon as I built the bar. It's an ice maker. You can see it's actually
quite a bit bigger
and a little bit cumbersome. And I can't keep it, for obvious reasons, on top of the counter. I actually hide it in a cabinet and I bring it out when we have Scotch get-togethers or parties in general and I need more ice. We can pull that off now.
So the NewAir ClearIce is quite a bit smaller.
It is a lot and lighter. Yeah, trust me. But we wanted to let you guys know, full disclosure, I bought a dedicated ice maker 2 years ago. So this is definitely a bar accessory that we thought would interest enthusiasts that watch our show.
Sure.
So we just wanted to be real clear on that. That's why we wanted to show that, heck, I got one.
So they bill clear ice in 15 minutes?
15 minutes. And here was the other thing that interested me. The ice is supposed to come out more clear so that it kind of just disappears in your whiskey glass, which is nice. My ice from this other company comes out conical and it's not clear, which is fine. I didn't need clear. This was billed as clear and more in like a cube. It's not a cube. It's more like a rectangle.
Okay.
It's more like a squarish thin, a thin square.
Okay.
All right.
So
it fills in.
What we're going to do though, we're going to pour the water in. We're going to see how long it takes.
And it's plugged in.
We're not going to stop the camera. We may do some time lapse photography here, and we'll see actually how long it takes. And
and we are going to drink a whiskey with this as well. A bourbon.
I've got a beer.
I'll get you a whiskey. I will get you a bourbon.
Are we ready?
We're ready. All right. And it's plugged in. It's been plugged in. We're all ready to go. It says you don't have to use distilled water to get the clear ice, but I actually have a water filtration system that I like to use when I make ice for whiskey, and that's what we're putting in here. Right to the fill mark. Very nice. Very
Close
good.
enough.
And there's a lid. Now this was something that's different from mine. Mine you just pour right into the bin, which is like a recycle system. This actually has a fill marker. It just sets on there. There you go.
Upside down.
Yep.
There you go.
And
did you hit it?
I did not.
Oh, there it goes. You can
hear it. It's flowing. Now here's the deal that this
12:39.
12:39. Wow, that's almost perfect timing. Let me make sure my drain port. There's a drain hole in the back. You want to drain the water out when you're not using it. This has an interesting deal that is why the ice is supposed to be more clear than normal. The water like flows cascade level through this square grate. You might even be able to. We won't mess with it. I wanted to lift it. You want to look at it. It's kind of cool. We may go in and do some post stuff that's not real time, but it's this cascading water that keeps it from freezing from the outside in, which is what always traps those water molecules. And it does make a little noise. Now, it's pretty quiet. However, I will tell you from testing this myself, when the ice drops, what would you get as expected?
Noise.
Yeah, a little clunk clunk, which just tells you it's ready. So while we're letting this run, go ahead.
Well, they bill this also as 40 pounds a day this will make. 40 pounds of ice a day. It's the ClearIce40 for 40 pounds. Yes, I'm right. Don't look at the ceiling.
I was trying to think. I was thinking, is that correct?
Let's talk about packaging. It was delivered to you. It's got a great thick cardboard box.
We're
foam
pointing at the
packaging.
box, which is right over there. So here's the deal. I was a little nervous. I bought my other one at a store, and I brought it home. It was in a pretty simple box. And I'm thinking, this is shipped to me from NewAir. Is it going to arrive safely? So number one, it was like a box within a box, and it literally had this foam packaging around it that kept 1 inch of it off, because the box, which I know you can't see, it took a hit. When it showed up, I was like, oh no, it's got like a combat gouge in it. And I was like, oh, I bet you it's damaged. No, it was not. One other thing I wanted to point out, full disclosure. We always do full disclosure. We said, hey, if we don't like it, we won't review it, plain and simple. And they said, no problem. We're going to put a return mailing receipt. If for whatever reason you don't like it, ship it back to us. And we're like, great, no problem. So we're under no pressure to do this review, nor are we paid for it.
It also came with that blue film, around the stainless steel.
Yes,
that
just
you
to
peel
protect
off
it.
to protect it from scratches. And we hadn't even peeled that off yet.
We peeled off the back.
Here you go, Bart.
So normally it doesn't have that blue film to it. Yeah, so this, they tell you can literally sit there and just run this if you're in a bar. I don't need to do that here. I'm not a professional bar, obviously. And so before we have a get together, I actually go about an hour before. I start mine going. You're actually going to keep this one because I already have one. But and you're able to just keep her going. And I don't know about you, but my fridge, it always runs out of ice when we have a board game get together and when I have a whiskey get together. So having this there that I can just scoop and go right in. But one thing we're going to cover is how clear is the ice. Because I'm telling you, mine, the conical things that it makes are not clear at all. Never build it as clear or anything. This one builds it, and it's going to put out clear ice.
So we'll find out. We're going to find out for you how long it does take once you start it up. We're going to find out how clear the ice is.
We're going to enjoy a dram. Actually, you already have a dram.
I've got a little bit left.
Okay.
I don't need this anymore. You can set that out.
We're going to set that out. Nice little pitcher. I don't know where to go with it. I'm going to go right there with it.
And we'll probably go into some time-lapse photography. Now, one other thing real quick. Stay till the end. We're going to have we're doing our own little infomercial for this ice maker.
Typical dummy style. We figured two things. One, some people are going to be like, shill. So I said, what if we, or you, I don't even remember who, we always it's like a group collaboration. We're like, what if we did a full, like, cheesy kind of infomercial for it? And you were like, that's dummy style. So stay to the end. We'll do a dummy style. Are we going to attach it at the end or make it a separate deal?
We'll be at the end. We'll see how it
we'll see what it looks like. It'll probably be at the end, but it'll be a nice, tight, probably 2 minutes where we do it infomercial style.
So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Now we're just going to...
We're going to drink.
Have a drink and jabber.
Mm-hmm.
Check our stats here. Actually, what I can do, we're going to be doing a live stream next. I can go get that set up. That's right. Oh, did I mention the 20%? No. Do I need to come in? Just wait till the end. Okay. Yeah, right now it's like, what if I move real quick? Like a mighty sound of
that. 10 minutes.
Okay. What does the rule book, the manual say?
It says
I thought it was 15
minutes.
Yeah.
Last time it took, I think, about almost 25 to dump it. Yeah, 15 minutes once it's warmed up. So we had it plugged in for a while before, so maybe that warmed it up.
Okay.
you only look at the ceiling. I know it's 40 pounds a day. The ClearIce40. You're like, That's a little dip that I put in my ceiling, actually, when I was moving one of the lights, is what I always look at. I'm like, this makes 40 pounds out. You're like, you sure? You're like, I know. It makes 40. When we get close to 15, then we'll have to start hamming for the camera a little bit. So how fast can you make it go? 40 times. Okay, that's pretty quick. So you can zip it and you'll be like, come in. Oh. And an elbow. 19 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is why they're there. It's flexible.
Yeah.
Here it goes.
Here it goes.
It's going to drop.
Okay.
We feel the drop is getting ready. There's clicking. Hold on. The fan is turned off. We were
Do we
talking.
need to stand back up so we're standing?
Hold on. There's clicking. We feel like there's going to be ice cascading any moment. Is it happening? What is it? What's our time?
It's actually been 25 minutes.
25, but it had to warm up / cool down. We decided we're going to let it run again.
Yeah, we did look at the manual. It says 15 minutes once it's warmed up,
Right,
which I thought shouldn't be cooled down.
Yeah, once it's totally
So
cool.
maybe once it runs a batch of ice, it takes 15 minutes
Right.
for the next one to fall.
Yes. So the fan kicked off. We could then hear what sounded like ice separating.
Yeah.
We're not sure.
It's getting ready.
Yeah. And Scott has not allowed me to peek. Many times, if you've seen my pantomime, if it's slow enough, I've been wanting to lift and take a look.
Yeah, I didn't want to let the warm air in.
True.
Just keep it sealed up.
Could
Let's see
slow
what
it
we get.
down. Could slow it down. I really wanted to take a peek and see the works.
But while we were sitting there, we were chatting.
We
was
were
enjoying a
we
beer.
chatted. I had a little bit of a weeded whiskey is what I was enjoying. Now, it felt like it was getting ready to drop. Now I feel like it's going to surprise us. We were ready. We could hear what sounded like ice crinkling.
No, it did sound like ice crinkling. It sounded like more like mechanics in there
Really?
were.
Oh! Very nice.
So yeah, 26 minutes to the first drop of ice. Now, let's go ahead. We'll bring up the camera.
Yes.
Now for Bart, what he's been wanting to show. We never fixed the manual focus.
See that cascading? The water here cascades over and just runs through these grates, which is what's supposed to keep it. Do you mind if I go in with my hand?
Nope.
It's supposed to keep these clear. Now you can see these are clearer in some areas than others.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's-
actually pretty darn good.
Yep, it's actually way more clear than my maker. My maker, they're very clouded. The bottom here is very clear. So I'm going to break one of these. Maybe. Let me grab one that's already broken. Right there, you can see almost totally clear.
Yeah, a little bit of a spot there. Now I'll tell you what though, you used your tap water, and I brought up using
It's not tap. It's not tap.
Well, it's your triple oxidized filtered water.
Right. I have a special filtration system.
I did bring up using bottled water to see.
Right. Now, it does bill itself that you can use tap water and it still comes out clear. But I'm going to tell you, look at that. You can see one of them has almost no air bubbles at all. The other one has a little bit more, but I would say only about 15%.
Pour a little whiskey on that. Pour some whiskey on that.
I'm going to go with Elijah Craig. Let's see what happens. Because I can tell you when I did this before, I tested it a few times before the show, it disappears and it looks clear. Elijah Craig is in. Now, what do you think? You can see there. Well, I'm going to snap a photo and maybe it'll go in and post. Maybe it won't. Hold that right there. Yep, it's disappearing. And closer. Boom. All right. Now, the other thing I want to say why we're here is that there is from NewAir, NewAir.com, for our fans, there's a 20% off discount code. Look down in the description for a link, and that will give you, make sure I'm reading this right,
Scotch
you're
Dummies.
You're going to want to put in Scotch Dummies, This is all in caps. So you're copy and paste this into your description. Yes, Scotch Dummies for 20% off NewAir ClearIce40. That was one of the things that we were pretty particular about. This, the idea is that if you are in the market for an ice maker, one, we've tested it. I like this. This is good. It's smaller than my personal one.
It'll get some use at my house. Yeah.
Now, ice is clearer and it's rectangular rather than conical.
I was going to say retail is $249, so with 20% off, it's going to come in right about $200. Not bad.
And that's I won't go into the price of that. It was a little bit more.
So stay tuned for the
infomercial. Ooh, yeah. Info, baby.
Cilantro.
Dummies.
God, dang it!
What are you doing?
I want some ice for my bourbon.
This is all over the place. This isn't even hygienic.
This isn't even clear ice.
It's not clear. Here's what you need, my friend. The NewAir 40. This baby puts out clear ice.
Is that the ClearIce40 from NewAir?
The ClearIce40. It runs, the ice is crystal clear. Not just clear, crystal.
But I don't have all day to wait.
You ain't got no day all day. It's 15 minutes.
15 minutes to make
15
clear
minutes
ice.
Once it's up and running. You got a party going, you bring this out, you pour in the water. I like to use the pitcher. Look at that. You're standing on ice that's on the floor. Look at the mess you got. Take a look. Look at it.
That is
crystal,
clear.
baby. Crystal. Put it in your ice.
I'm
Reach your hand in there. There's a scoop. There's a scoop.
Oh.
But you can use your hand. Scoop. It's still hygienic. It's frozen. It's frozen.
Now I can have ice with my bourbon
you got it now.
Every day.
Yeah. Look at this. Oh, I'm sorry you had to go through it without it. This thing, that's 1940. This, 2018. Join the revolution. NewAir 40.
I love ice.
It's amazing. Chills the whiskey, and it looks clean. So you got a party going on, and your ice maker in your fridge isn't up to the ability to do what you need it to do.
You need more ice.
What do you really need?
Crystal clear ice.
You need the NewAir 40.
It makes 40 pounds of ice a day.
No.
Up to.
Up to 40?
And they'll crank out a batch every 15 minutes.
God dang.
Now, let's talk about a party.
Woo! Test it! Ice style. There's a machine that makes ice?
Up to 40 pounds a day from the NewAir ClearIce40.
Shut the door.